I wanted to take a couple minutes and do a second example here of solving a binomial probability question utilizing the tools available in Google Sheets. Particularly, I wanted to pay attention to this function that Google Sheets has, the binomial distribution function. So we're going to look at number 16 in our textbook. It would be on page 195, and it says 10% of adults say oatmeal raisin is their favorite type of cookie. You randomly ask 12 adults his or her favorite type, find the probability that, and they pose us with three questions. Exactly 4 say oatmeal raisin, at least 4 say oatmeal raisin, and less than 4 say oatmeal raisin. So we got to identify some important pieces of information here. Let's start with the fact that n, our number of trials, is equal to 12 because we're asking 12 people. P, our probability of success, since they're defining saying oatmeal raisin as success, that would be 10% of adults. We're going to define that as 0.10. While we don't need to do it for this particular function, we'll identify that Q, the probability of failure, would be 0.90 or 90%. And our X values could be anything from 0 people who answer oatmeal raisin all the way up to 12 people who answer oatmeal raisin. So I've listed over here a column for all of our X values, and we're going to use this binomial distribution function. The inputs into this are X, the number of successful trials, N, the number of trials total, P, the probability of success, and because we want to calculate individual exact answers here, we're going to type the word false. That's going to tell it not to do a cumulative sum of probabilities. So very simply, we're going to type in equals binomial DIST distribution. Our X values are over here in our A column. Our N value is 12. Our P value is 0.1. And again, we're going to type the word false. Close parentheses. And when it all lights up like this, it all is now highlighted in blue, and it's telling me what answer I'm going to get here. It's usually indicating that your equation is correct, your function in there is correct. So we're going to hit enter, and it's going to tell us the probability, if we ask 12 people, that none of them like oatmeal raisin is 0.282, or about 28%. If we want to fill this in very quickly, we could just drag this all the way down and get the probabilities for all of these individual X values. So the first question, it says exactly 4 say oatmeal raisin is their favorite. All we have to do is come over here to where X equals 4, and that is going to be the answer to that question. So we already have that one done. And we'll just slide over here and type it in. Our solution here equals 0.021. The next question says at least 4 say oatmeal raisin. That means 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Notice that 12 here is telling us 0, but it's probably not actually 0. It just happens to be a very, very small probability that it didn't even register it here as to how many digits it was. Well, we want at least 4. That means we're going to want to do the sum of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll come into that cell and we'll just tell it to do equals. Sorry about that. Equals the sum 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want the sum from here to here. And we got to fix our equation here. Try that again. Equals sum parenthesis. Highlight what we want. Close our parenthesis and hit enter. We've got our sum there. That doesn't seem correct to me. Well, maybe it does. These are actually very small probabilities down here, which makes sense. Only 10% of people choose oatmeal raisin, so you have very, very small probabilities above 3, 4, 5, etc. Last one says less than 4. Again, equals sum, parenthesis, and we want the sum of 0, 1, 2, and 3. The value is less than 4. There we go, close our parenthesis, hit enter, and we get 97.4% And I think we can go back to the textbook here and double check those answers for number 16. 0.021, 0.026, and 0.974 are the correct answers that we got here as well. Keep in mind on this last one, you didn't have to do the sum. You could have taken 1 or 100%, the total of the entire distribution, and just did equals 1 minus the answer from right here, and you've gotten that same 0.974 solution. So I'll go ahead in here and type in here what we did. We know that this is the sum of B8 through B16. And we know that, let's make it look good. We know that this column, or this solution here, was the sum, and that would have been values B4 through B7. So you could see what we did to find those solutions. I'm going to go ahead in here and we're going to type in that we did binomial distribution, and we used A4, comma, 0.1, 12, comma, 0.1, comma, false. And then we just dragged and dropped that equation all the way down to the bottom. So you can very quickly find, set up the entire distribution using this binomial distribution function. Find your answers using the sums, and it can save you a lot of time and help you get the correct answer. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll take a look and see if there's any other questions anyone has that they would like to see me try and answer through here. Don't hesitate to reach out either through the Google Docs or through emailing me, and I'll do my best to find examples that'll help you out. Thank you very much.